Hiya kids! Right, I'm going to have a go at decoupaging a little tag. I'm going to be using rice paper, and because it's not really dark, a really dark background, I don't need to paint it first. I've got one that I did here, but I'm not happy with all this around here, so I thought I'll try an easier shape and see how I get on. So the first thing I'm going to do is decide where I want the image to sit on the tag. So depending on whether or not you want to use the tag, you know what I mean? For me personally, I'd want to use it, I'd want to write on it and give it attached to a gift, and it's a keepsake, it's something the recipient can keep. So I'd want one side that's maybe not as busy as the other. So I'd probably have that as my main side and that as the back, or at least what I would call the back. So first thing I'm going to do is cut it to size. So I'll cut a little bit extra so that I know that I've got enough. I can always trim it off later. And then trim it height-wise. We want to get rid of the branding, we don't want that on. So I'll cut a little strip off the bottom. In fact, yeah. So I'll just cut that bit off. And height. So we need a little bit because it's going to fold over onto the edges because it's thick. And then same again at the top. And like I said, you can always cut a bit off. Again, it's better too big than too small. Okay, so that seems to be about right. Yeah, perfect. Okay, so now we're going to use some watered down PVA and glue it. It's easy, this. And like I said, this is not about tutorials, it's about learning together. You know, if there's anything that I do know, you know, I'm going to share it. And I hope that if there's anything you see, tips that you can give to me, then I hope you'll put them in the comments box, because I'm only a learner. I'm a learner just like you. So okay, so we need a bit of PVA. And then position your rice paper. Cling film, the perfect thing for getting any creases out. This is for napkin decoupages particularly. And then turn it over, glue down your edge. Like so, and then keeping it tight, flip it over, and back with the cling film again. And as you can see, we've just got a little bit too much, so I'm just going to trim a bit off there. little bit more glue. And there we are. Kitchen paper. And there, another creasing site. So next we need to get our edges done. We need a smidge of glue. And just fold it over like that. I hope I'm in shot. Like that. And if you've got any bits that don't seem to be sticking down, just blitz them with glue. It dries matte. I'm just doing this very gently. And I think that's looking okay. Yep. So now we just need to sort that top edge out and trim it down a little bit. The more you've got to fold over, the more difficult it is. So I just need a bit of glue. Those who were in the ATC group that I'm a member of, they'll know that I'm a massive fan of decoupage. Because when you do a swap, I always like to send a little napkin, because I try and encourage people to have a go. So I'll send a napkin or a hanky. I don't know if it works, I don't know if they appreciate it, but it's just something that I really enjoy. So I've got to admit, it's not the easiest stuff to use, isn't rice paper. I've only made that one tag with it. I'm a napkin user, to be honest. I think that's alright. So now we just need to leave that to dry, and then I'll be back. Hiya, right. So this has been drying all afternoon. So what we need to do next is get our little heart shape back. So all I'm going to do is stick the scissors through, and it's nice and crispy and dry, as you can tell. Cut off any excess as much as you can, because all we're going to do is tidy that up with the glue. brush. Okay, so just dab in your PVA, water it down again, same glue, and just go around the shape like that. Okay. And you should be able, once you've got a bit of moisture from your glue, you should be able to just tidy it up in there. Like so. Make sure all your edges are tucked in and nice and neat. Like so. So there we are, that's the tag. Now what I'm going to do now, just to give it a finish off, is I am going to go around it with some distressing in walnut stain, just only a bit around the edge, just gives it a bit more of a vintage feel. These are washing up sponges, as you might have guessed. I do tend to make do. I thought the prices for the blenders and sponges is just extortionate, and I didn't have anything at the time. So I just cut up some washing up sponges, and they're what I used for the time being. And go around on both sides. And as you'll see, that just gives it ever so slightly more vintage feel. And then I am going to put something through there. Let's have a look. I'm not really sure which. I think probably this. Let's have a look. Yeah, I think that. And then what we'll also do with that is we'll just go over that to give that a bit more of a vintage feel with some tea dye. Just takes that newness away and gives it there. That's all we need to do. I think we'll do it. Could we do it like that? And there we have it. A really nice vintagey tag. Thanks for watching. I hope you'll subscribe and leave some comments. Let me know what you think, because this is my first video, and if you've got any ideas of anything you want to learn, then leave them in the comments and hopefully we can learn them together. I don't have loads of craft supplies. I've just bought a few Posca pens. I've got a couple of distress oxides, a few gelatos, a few alcohol inks, a couple of spray distress sprays. So I don't have loads. So whatever you decide, you know, we're not going to do it like tomorrow, because I'm sure I'm not the only one who's going to have to go out and buy supplies. So, but yeah, I'm really open to some ideas, what you'd like to learn, and let's do it together. Thanks for watching.